Bia Kamal Kanur online TV channel. Nirmala Kenyam weke yeni dial kontilian keller guasame. Akan kono ni ami jirame jedit Kanur online TV go rejan o gender subscribe. There notification bell there je twain ko me take alert show rech de kan chamala shupkeje. Go reja ban o jin der je nywaka nasun ko ken ke deri duoro gori ko kor kamisheler chato ki metem gujeno der lar bi garping guasamo pin video ka. Lerban lingwa same mgoliang me very important kim gore and go deri jelling kelode guano deri jagwar lerbukon lingwa same Kanur online TV channel roja dan inshallah roja inshallah wude shal ke Michael Makwil wes jen gorman go bakwin yagwa same kene kirma yadit kamen banaling a queen and content cha yen naten content la kwara SPLM IO ken bu ko right noni ka do badan shi Michael Makwil wes jelat ke je ere ler kana me kenyam bana right ka thoknath ka kor bana je jek ka tok English ko der kula shop der kul shop loy dan ko do badan en che gor ke je ki ji kana lat ke je re wech ka juba ngai kono no kenyan gwasame gwan me bej long re wech ka so Sudan ki re rol nwari ke jan time me ngai kon tin jeg diala kono chi tuok re wech ka so Sudan ki re nwari tu ko kana ser ke lunga shukan witen ko kin content chire nyal shik bokten kane de content chanak neten kon tin la dinka ke jang chet ka Michael Makwil wes kan self ke ma yadit ke chief of defense minister dung South Sudan chikala dun wotiken ke tet ke kan to content na kanore dio je sha rajo bo sha janga chi mete kan entama kalat kana mo ko kor ka mi kum Uganda je chop re wecha ka juba ka kor lere bana la daga kwi SPLM IO bana rach ke kwi Uganda ka tadien ke do badan sik buni jere wecha ka juba ko entama chi ka wuka merep kan rodien ban lere ban ye chulinkel kwarte cha yen kume kirma yadit la kwar SPLM IO tint pin Dr. Yengma Charten tint re we ke juba te cha yen ka gwade dane pai kor pai ro to re we ke Nasser ke Greater Penal State shala do ken ngot ke re yena Michael Makwil wete kula ladina na gwad mi che roitin shala no cha lwang dien tama cha ja wuch kake ngai kono no lwang dan cha wuch kene de content la SPLM IO oken chikatel power ke chikatel lwang alo yen cha yen ka metama ka do badana cha lwang den cha wi keje te ga mi cha kula lat kirma yadit ko kirma yadit den tama murai kona ke bana ka bom shio jenete ka lwang duno telene dakriya ma cha jen tel lwang ke kuma SPLM IO ka jen gwas tema ka ko tin lade shika nying mala ka te de wi South Sudan der dakake ko tel SPLM IO lwang tamre wi ke juba ajen menen yen mentamo len ngwana rodien kanetin konte cha di 10 ke cha yen kuma kirma yadi de la SPLM IO ko ken ngai yena gwano te grege dan je grege chiro lare wecha kanasr te ga gwasame men nang na de pan ka je me pai kirma yadi pai kan gat ken men pai kan nak ken je ken dier no de kula lar secret kel ka kenai dialati la ude dan e sha ling al sha general majur kana kon coin general majur ka raje dan shiklat ke jikan ladno baje kunya kirma yadi ladma baje kunya enimi shana chaka ko naga shanwer sha ko nek shirgamen shalinga no shane shobu jendang ru bakel ka Nasser kene lungchuk chaka nek antama la general majur baje kun erun ka shanga wal bangwan ka paidok ron kina dangro jendang ru di ko shikan war shikan kana ko rede ajen menen yana mentama bide Uganda bere wuch so chikari be indien chikana lat just like me di longa mene antama kane de konti la SPLM IO kane ti cha lwangdien cha ju kaka ka chala do ko cha lwangdien ki community dien cha ku ken ba ka ku nang do logne ba ka nang ka court baramo cha o jegdero bodore ti jen ka barama ba jek chuongo ba je chulun ka do bran ci kira lat ke je ngado jenu tel result mo gam ban expect ne me ko en kirma yadit adom ni jen nagana adom ni jen sio loda ni je no in me justice tell justice there's no justice in South Sudan milingen no e chicken long ni kana watch ke sha immunity dien charge wo ka ne konti la kwara SPLM IO te podkang te tin ke General Gabriel Doblam ran national lawmaker ke honorable garwich lampoj Ramadan and la ran ngoni ke kwi jina sere wi ka parliament ke juba ke kamilo gan michael ken ne dang wol bongon ko ken so ken ideality ken ne ko ne cha yen to ngore ti jentam ke ken ne ko ne cha la do cha long den cha je wuch but ba ki investigate ka ba ngot ken ki men je chirana lat kare dial tin dial konchuri lat yom cha je no teli jidwer ba je lun committee dwer ba ji shu ba ji chu yen ki do re ti jen ngado jeno ne kon dial teram te dwer ka du no surely kirma yadit ba mandane de ka long de la jen belat so bi choose ne jen shi auto ba ka bana look justice ki ka talk gwada me jiga chike kirma yadit nika gwasidan chike ne lengan ojen dire kuma spele ne ke dia dire kalon reti jen spele IO kwar ke dia te konde sha yen lora ba kirma yadit cha jugo no dire kalon ngode telemi chike na balat no de kan ne toto de kan kalon men tema telemi chike na lat ajen won kan ko te ke immunity mi cha wi ka ke ne ko ne cha yen ko jin mi tire kuma ka ti ke longa cha jam moy karek mitulong mongore kaji ba long ba ja kon wike jini immunity ka kore yo mchaje woje chikutel long no bukume beji chu kap ko beji chu yen so that's what kid did chela no cha long den chaje woj kante men chi dot o ba kanang ko court ki do lok ko ba chu lu ya mchaje jigdwer chu dot mi tel jigdwer ba chu lu ngodo brani kan lar kaja duno kan yal ko SPLM IO ba jigo no te kan gdwer by default no mo chikuma IO ba ala dakre machar jen bo cha appeal bo cha appeal ke kuma dung sa Sudan ke kirma yadit ano der ne ka der kalun ko ne ka yene ka bang tel ro mi cha chak lo ni jeje re we ke juba ko en dakre ma cha right kontem ka SPLM IO tel ka lwang re we ke juba right kona cha lwang den cha je we ka ka jen minen ye tel kir tel dakre ma cha mishi nation cha ja address ki roje ki temalar there's no such things church nation chajibu address ko jen take a detention ke talaja power at this moment jen minen yantama cha kuma Uganda shaje non ko bane diala content re which ka so Sudan tin content chimet ke kirma yadit kan dial baka flash out da kirma yadit ko jen dana ku kuma Uganda ko le non re wikeje so na mo very clear dia ko kon dial ki ngai kon manan le rodo bano rightin wala ko kora no cha kirma yadit cha jugo no jendere ne ga der ka lonju no shelok tele mi chalat kene de konti la kwar SPLM IO shiri men chalat ye cha long dien cha ju jen tama ci do no kan ba kan nang re lok ko ba ka wiyen ke ba ka loñ jen do ba dan en chalat ke ku kume SPLM IO kamen yan ga ke lung men biya ngaj ri ga dan ci to re wi kan nasir already makwilwet ken kirma yadit ke defend for minister defend for ngan defend for ne ken dial shigari benji kan la already so jen dan let ken still bikarik ti dit bikan lat bokan wara en mo waru den ka bom ajen do dan bikan kirma yadit bikan dinka ja gwal dan teten so ngodo kon ko we merden gwasa me chan right ke kum Uganda man antia la ro ban right ke dung Uganda en tem right kone shigarem no rodien re wich ka South Sudan kare wike juba right now akan kono gwaz me gor jeno okay ko ba dung Michael makoy be jeno ka to English yo tere de ka dung Uganda me ba jemen ladbo ko kore so ka kuje mo kuma Uganda chorode rep kan chicken ta power ran tekeke chicken nyona ko kan chagalo re wich ka juba tama ngai kon na pan butken ka jal di bam ne kien torbiel mat pini dien jelgan ambulance ne kien everything tin konde la gor ke de ni jel ke okay jelken ke di bam ngai kon no wuline dial jel ke chimnen yanamo ne me do banana wo ke juba ke manore which so and again tandien ti show borore de me shaling tiang no ken gor kanare which bor no la ken o duelo ba kana gor ken konde la ngane nuere ko jen la dan wo ke kirma yadi do jeni be jechen bor ke nuere be ka yik wife out ke be ka watch re which ka so Sudan jejen bor kan nuere so I don't think I know be work out ko kan nuere ken shike specific met kute gwakel no tramadoren ban miteri ko michi bene kala karudin kula group on ke be karudin mo gwakel so na mediten kirma yadit wojen te ka agenda iden agenda michanga jana ka kwar ka ko jen already kir liwo by the way kir is dying ka jui dan te je ngado je jen kul te de reality no ko force ko deploy gwan metal threat. That's not threat by the way ka South Sudan ko ne kon te nasir ke ulang ke lungshuk bina telemelat kene kwa lawu mangne ka gwa dan te keten. So a trade ramajen ba juma gwa dan titen by the way SSPDF kala trade UPDF akala trade on ka South Sudan. These are the people that are feeling the conflict in South Sudan chimunga economy ka cha ngajba win more right now. So en kuma dung Uganda where we ko destruction ba jalat so ko te ka mal mononga shirme kala no imite greng mulerode gan musabben no wa ko ba jaw eradicate shirkamen chala no jana beji borkeli ba janak munyon jagwan oben wadi albakanak, and he already did that ko chana naka nasir kana lungshuk. So name jenda na go ready yeneling ka thoknath tema ba gwas go ba yelan mandan en chalat Michael Makwelwes ka tandan en che na cheke lat ka je fi SPLM IO ne content community diɛn che jo ka jaga ka ko ba look ne ban je chulin kel gome. The Minister of Information, Michael McQuay, said individuals recently arrested, including those holding constitutional position, have had their immunity lifted to undergo investigation, adding those found not guilty will be released. Speaking at a press conference in Juba on Monday, March 17, 2025, Minister Mike McQuay referenced a communique of IGAD 12 March summit which called for the release of detainees in South Sudan if there is insufficient evidence against them. He noted that the SPLM IO had also made a similar call for the release of detainees. In a statement, the SPLM IO condemned the ongoing detention of its political leaders and retreated its demand for the unconditional release of its officials. The detainee leader included Minister of Petroleum Port Kang Chol, Deputy of SPLM IO General Gabriel Duop Lam, and National Lawmaker Honorable Gadwi Lampoch and Camilo Gan Michael, and 19 others which are also SPLM IO members, and they are still in the detention as we are speaking. Minister McQuay said that the government will first investigate the detainees, and those found guilty will face legal consequences, while those clear will be released. If you remember very well, there was IGAD summit last week, and one of the resolution that they solved the detainees in South Sudan should be released if there is no sufficient evidence against it. McQuay said that there are people who are detained, and these people, some of them are constitutional post holders, others are not. Those who are constitutional post holders, their immunity has been lifted and they are there to be investigated, he said. They will be investigated and brought to book because we cannot condone anybody who is within the government and working hard to overthrow the very government. You either rebel or go back to the bush. Anybody who is not that, even the IO, the SPLM IO, they have requested the release of these people. Why should they be released at a time when they are not yet investigated? They should go under investigation, and if there is no case, they will be set free, he concluded. Here, listen to his message.
If you remember very well, there was the IGAD summit started last week, and one of the resolutions is that they resolved the detainees in South Sudan should be released if there is no sufficient evidence against them. Yes, there are people who are detained, and these people, some of them are constitutional post holders, others are not. Those who are constitutional post holders, their immunity has been lifted and they are there to be investigated. They will be investigated and brought to books, because we cannot condone anybody who is within the government and working hard to overthrow the very government in which is. You either rebel and go back to the bush. So anybody who is not that only, even the IO, they have requested the release of these people. Why should they be released at a time when they are not yet investigated? They should go undergo investigation, and if there is no case, they will be set free.
Uganda military, the Uganda People Defense Forces, UPDF, has played a crucial role in South Sudan, reinforcing its leadership in East Africa and solidifying its diplomatic influence in regional peace and security affairs. The UPDF has been actively involved in South Sudan stabilization effort, participating in peacekeeping mission and security operation to support the fragile peace process. Uganda involvement reflects its commitment to regional stability and demonstrate its position as a key player in conflict resolution and peace reinforcement in the East African region. Uganda deployment of troops in South Sudan has been instrumental in protecting vital infrastructure, securing humanitarian corridors, and assisting in the disarmament, demoralization, and reintegration of army groups. This effort have contributed significantly to reducing violence and fostering dialogue among conflicting factions in South Sudan. Beyond military operation, Uganda has engaged in diplomatic mediation, working alongside the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, which is IGAD, and the African Union, which is AU, to facilitate negotiation between warring parties. The country has consistently advocated for peaceful resolution and play a critical role in peace agreement, further reinforcing its diplomatic weight in regional affairs. The UPDF engagement in South Sudan underscores Uganda's strategic interest in ensuring a peaceful and stable neighborhood, and stability in South Sudan is vital for regional trade, economic cooperation, and security, benefiting Uganda and other East African nations. Uganda has also provided refuge to thousands of South Sudanese fleeing conflict, showcasing its humanitarian commitment. By demonstrating military efficiency and diplomatic agility, Uganda has cemented its reputation as a regional powerhouse. Its proactive involvement in South Sudan highlights its leadership in peacekeeping and security matters, positioning it as an indispensable player in East Africa geopolitics. What is problem in Uganda or UPDF is that what they did in Uganda is a condition to the people of South Sudan. They have inflicted a conflict, or they are the one feeling the conflict in South Sudan, despite the way it has been pressed that is the one securing South Sudan. South Sudan, first of all, is an independent nation, and it should not be secured by an outsider. So this is not right. Kir Mayadi is doing this to destabilize South Sudan or to hold power. So this is what Ugandan people are doing. Today, a mass number of soldiers from UPDF, Ugandan Defense Force, has already reached Juba as we are speaking, to destabilize South Sudan. Especially what the message they released earlier, they say that they want to dislodge Y Army or Nuer Y Army, which are not army at all. They are simply people who are fighting for self-defense.